and talked to him several times is Charlotte City Councilman Malcolm Graham. Malcolm, thank you so much for being here.
It's a pleasure to be with you this morning.
Yeah. Like I said, you've had several encounters with him, and actually several like very personal encounters as well. He did the eulogy at your sister's funeral. You spoke with him several times. Tell me, kind of what this means to you as everybody does look back on his life.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. I couldn't sleep last night, and so I was laying in bed watching news like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and then the announcement came that he had passed. I know he was in ill health for a while, and so it really wasn't surprising. And I just thought about all the wonderful things he did to contribute to building a better nation, a better world, a civil rights icon, a native of Greenville, South Carolina. I was born and raised in Charleston, South Carolina, and had the opportunity to really meet him early when I was a young guy in elementary school, when he came to the school with the Hope Down with Dope campaign, and just really inspired me from an early age in terms of someone looking like me, really advocating on behalf of me and on behalf of a race of people. And obviously that took on to when I met him again on the campus of Johnson C. Smith. He was there rallying for Harvey Gantt when he was running for mayor of the city of Charlotte. I was the executive director for the Carolinas Minority Supply Development Council, and I brought a picture to show where I had the opportunity to introduce him.
Look at this guy.
A full-back picture. I was the executive director of the nonprofit organization, and we had our corporate awards dinner, and he, in 1988, was our keynote speaker. He was running for president the second time in 1988. Such a tremendous presence. I sit there and I watch him spoke at the dinner for about an hour with literally no notes.
Yeah.
A great speaker. I ran for Senate. And when robocalls was a new thing, he did a robocall for me.
Oh, wow.
And so citizens all over Charlotte heard Reverend Jesse Jackson say, "Hey, vote for Malcolm Graham for the North Carolina State Senate." And then lastly, when I lost my sister at the Emmanuel Amy Church shooting, he called me and we talked, and he prayed with me. And he said, "I'm coming to Charleston." And I said, "Would you please do me the honor of being one of the speakers at this funeral service?" And he did. And I brought also the front, the local section of the Charlotte Observer, where he talked about the message that he delivered at the church service. He was personable, he was sharp, he was candid, he was an amazing speaker. He is history, right, for our country, and certainly for the African American community. But for Jesse Jackson, there would be no Barack Obama. Right. He certainly paved the way. Even during the delegate count, Jesse Jackson, when he ran for president, he used the delegate system to get the number of votes necessary to win the nomination. He fell short. Obama used the same formula and was successful. And so I'm going to miss my friend, my mentor, and someone who has an amazing impact on this country and this world.
Looking at just your history in general, a lot of the things align to what he, stood for, right? You want affordable housing, you want, to bridge the gaps here. Did he pave the way for you? Do you feel like you ran for all of this Senate, City Council, all of that because of him?
Yeah, because of role models like Jesse Jackson. He inspired me, again, from an early age. And you just watching someone that you met do what he was doing, being a student at Smith, and he's there advocating for Harvey Gantt, another Charlestonian. Watching this guy that you know run for the presidency of the United States, not once, twice, and advocating for those things that are important to me. Safe communities, affordable housing, health care for those who need it, workforce and job opportunities, right? Trying to create a better country, a better community. All those things inspired me, and it's the platform that I kind of stand on today. Watching him as an example of it's possible, right? He opened doors for me and others that look like me and Obama, that anything is possible if you keep hope alive.
Yeah. He, young protege of Dr. Martin Luther King, he was actually right there when Dr. Martin Luther King passed as well. A lot of people saying, this bridges the gap in history, right? Because he was right there with him. Well, now, moving forward, what is still that message? What still needs to happen?
Well, I think the message remains the same, right? That when you watch what's happening in our country today, we are better together. And I think that's the message that Reverend Jackson talked about each and every day, that we're better together, that we have to keep hope alive, that we have to strive for greatness, and that as a country, as a race of people, diversity, equity, and inclusion are not bad words. They are how you bring people together. And when you look at the demographics of the country, how the country is changing, those principles that he taught, that he spoke about, that he lectured about, that he died, right, still believing in, has to be transferred to a new generation of leaders, because those issues that he fought for still remains today.
Yeah, absolutely. Just personally, on a personal level, with your sister and everything, having him do that, what did that mean for you and your family?
It brought some comfort. Everyone that spoke at Cynthia service knew her personally. So he was there to comfort me and comfort our family and comfort the community, and also to comfort a race of people, because the attack on Cynthia and Senator Pinckney and the others, they bore the brunt of that, but the attack itself was an attack against a race of people. And he talked about that, and he talked about the goodness of people, and that we're all in this together. And despite how we were feeling that day, that we still have to keep hope alive. Yeah. He was inspiring, and it demonstrated the depth of our personal relationship. Now, we didn't talk every day,
sure.
right? But when I called, a day or two, I got a return call, and what can I do? How can I help you? And whether it was, like I said, this Sunday campaign, can you do this new thing called a robocall for me?
Yeah.
He said yes. Or when I asked him, would he mind speaking at Cynthia service, he said, obviously, yes, I'm honored. So we were touched by the fact that he would take the time to do that for us.
Absolutely.
I wanted to ask, as people are reflecting today and his long line and legacy of work, if there are viewers who kind of want to learn more about the man and his message, is there a speech that maybe sticks out into your mind, or a piece of work that you should tell people to watch or go see?
Yeah, for sure. His two nominating addresses in 84 and 88 at the Democratic National Convention is simply amazing. Every time I listen to it, and I probably will listen to it at some point today, I get chilled. That an amazing speaker, the ability to deliver the message clearly, the passion in which he delivered the message, and that the message needed to be heard by many. I mean, those two speeches are just simply amazing.
Yeah.
And again, it's just reflective of who he was, and this whole thing about the Rainbow Coalition is bringing everybody together: black, white, gay, straight, young, old, rich, poor, farmers, those who work in janitorial services, executives. We are all stronger together, and that was his message on both addresses.
Amazing. Today, what are you doing, just to celebrate his legacy?
Well, I'm talking to you,
yeah.
right?
Sure.
I'm talking to you,
yeah, I love
and
that.
to celebrate the legacy, I kind of pulled out some old articles and pictures to reflect on the man, and just remembering the contribution that he that he contributed to our country, and like I said, worldwide. He went overseas and brought prisoners home. He marched with King. He did so many amazing things, right from Greenville, South Carolina,
Yeah.
North Carolina A&T State University. An Omega man, probably the only thing he got wrong, he probably should have pledged Kappa, but pledged Omega Psi Phi fraternity. And so those are things I can relate to, right?
Right.
Because he's so close and so personal to me, right?
Amazing.
So I will remember the man, and at some point today, I think I will Google that 88 speech and listen
Yeah.
to it one more time.
Absolutely.